it's me, Erin. Thanks for joining us on the More Love podcast. Do not tell Rebecca, but this podcast is about empathy. She likes people to think she's dead inside, but the truth is she's a big-time feeler who has truly helped me uncover that empathy is my superpower. Oh, here she comes.
Hey, bestie.
Hi, love.
What are you doing?
Oh, just getting ready to host a podcast.
A podcast? About what?
Our life as best friends who are more like sisters.
Ah, yay! I love us, and I can't wait to share our stories with the world.
Especially the ones that involve us pushing each other, right? To be our most authentic selves.
Oh, man. Okay.
So, I gotta tell you something.
What?
There's people listening to us.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like... Not in the room.
No.
You mean on the internet?
On the airwaves.
I know.
Okay. So I am noticing again, my hands are getting sweaty.
Mine are too. We had to put the fan on today.
I know the fan is on. Okay. So before people were listening to us, we just came in here.
It felt very safe.
Two idiots.
I know.
Talking into the microphone. Okay. And then all of a sudden we did a launch.
Mm-hmm. Which you nailed, by the way.
Thank you.
Nailed it. I helped zero.
Yeah.
Not even looked at a picture.
That's right.
Not even commented on zero.
That's
in
right.
fact, I was surprised the entire time. I'm like, who should she hire?
Yeah.
It was you.
Wow. That is such a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, you're always doing my job. So what else is
me? It is true.
I mean, I should have known.
And then all I do is just tag you.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know, maybe she'll post this or maybe she'll share it or maybe someone will see it. I did see that you upgraded your profile picture to an old-time photo of us.
Oh, I sure did.
So that's
when we looked real good.
I know.
We looked so good.
I know.
But we had to try on multiple costumes because your tits are so big.
I know.
They would not fit.
I know. I couldn't.
And they barely. And now everybody has to go. We're gonna have to show the picture.
I had to be the maid.
You had to be the maid.
That was.
Yep. And I mean, you insisted on the money.
Yep.
Insisted on the money.
I know. What did you have in your hand?
I can't remember. I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Yep.
But we did that. That was right after I got married, and we went to Canada on an adventure. Decided to do the old-time photo.
Old-time photo.
I had to do it.
One of my favorite parts about that picture is we just cut the boys out.
We sure did. They're on either side of us, and I was like, no one cares about them.
Pretty sure they're on either side. Gone. See ya.
They probably look stupid.
I know. But
we
don't like them
good.
anyway. Whatever. This was our trip.
Yep, that's right. That was pre-kids. We also live for free.
Oh, yeah.
We just made money.
Resident directors.
That's all we did.
I know. We had a free food allowance.
I know. We have free laundry. We had a free apartment with furniture.
Yeah.
We literally,
Internet.
and we worked 10 months. Do you
Yep.
realize that we were X years old before we actually worked in the summer?
I know.
I was married.
You still don't work in the summer.
Just
carry that with you.
I was married with a child before I worked a summer for the first time in my life. And it was quite traumatic.
And that's why you don't do it anymore.
That's true. It's true.
In fact, when I say to you, hey, would you mind putting your time off on the Concern Center time off calendar?
Yeah.
You say, yeah, absolutely. Did you want just the days that I'm out of the office or did you want my vacation days? And I said, could you help me understand the difference?
There's a big difference
between those two things. And you said, yes, so you said there's a big difference. I said, oh, yeah? What is that?
It's vacation means I'm actually on vacation doing stuff that I don't want to be bothered with work things.
Yeah. But Fridays during the summer, what's that?
That's just busy.
Okay.
Busy. But if you call me, I will answer the phone. I may not be sitting at my computer, but I will answer the phone.
Yeah.
I will avoid meetings at all costs. But if they are unavoidable, then I will take a meeting.
In your car.
Sure.
And it's
sometimes I'm on the beach.
The whole time.
Yeah, that's just because it's a bad connection.
It's not good.
Sometimes
or
I'm on
you
the beach.
fake the bad connection. Oh, sorry, going through a tunnel. Gotta go. Oh,
so,
look, gotta go.
I mean, listen.
Gotta get what you can get.
Listen.
You know?
I only make $20 a year.
Yeah, right.
So I gotta,
Yep. And that number, folks, changes every single time. Whatever it is, it's incredibly low. Sometimes it's $6.75 an hour.
Yeah,
Sometimes she says, I only make $13,000 a year. And then she's like, no, that's too much. I only make, right? So no matter what it is, Rebecca will tell you her and her 16 jobs makes her nothing.
I also have 16 bank accounts.
Yes. That you pay all your bills out of.
I write checks.
Yes. You still write checks.
Sure do.
And every time I call you, you're writing a bill. Hang on, paying a bill. I'm paying a bill.
Every time. I know. Listen,
Yep.
people like us.
People do like us.
I know, even me.
I know. They really like you.
I know.
And I have to start with some quotes
What?
from some people.
Of course, I get nothing.
Okay. No, you did. And people, your soccer moms called you, right?
I know. My soccer moms are so great. And then I'm like, ladies, some of you may have to be on the podcast.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of empathy and vulnerability when it comes to the 9-year-old soccer team.
Except it's not with the soccer team. It's with the moms.
That's right. We go through grief cycle when it ends every year because we have 2 weeks off where we don't see each other. That's a long time.
Yes, absolutely.
And then B, if someone leaves the team.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh,
not just leaves the team. What if they get cut?
Oh no.
Not good.
Not good. Because then we got to figure out how we're going to talk to the kids about it.
You cut the mom too?
You cut the mom?
You're
cut the mom.
Sorry, you brought the White Claws, but now that's someone else's job. Right?
I know.
It's
guys.
not good.
If wait until you're all part of these groups.
Well, so I would like to tell you just some bad news about guests. Okay?
Okay.
So I got some feedback.
Oh.
It was all overly incredible. And people absolutely loved that we had Greg on the show.
Oh, I love Greg.
I know, right? Moody Creative.
That's
Moody
right.
Creative 53.
That's right.
So they absolutely loved Greg. And then the same people that absolutely loved Greg said, maybe no more guests.
They want to hear our crazy banter.
And so then I'm like, I'm confused because I have all the guests lined up.
I know.
And 3 or 4 people said, love the guest. He was really wonderful. Absolutely going to connect with him. And we didn't get to hear enough Aaron and Rebecca. Has anyone in our lives ever said I didn't get to hear enough Aaron and Rebecca?
There is one time when I decided to do the 40 days of Aaron.
Yes.
When I recounted, again, I didn't think that would be, anybody would give 2 craps except for you.
Yep.
And our story, it was just recounting stories of our crazy adventures. And so I would just do a story a day. And the amount of feedback we got, I'm like, this is just our normal lives.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to have to figure out how to pull those because somebody asked me if I could put a book together.
Yes. We're going to put them on the Instagram.
Oh, on the Instagram. Okay,
so
great.
People need to follow us on
most of
the
them have
official More Love
pictures.
podcast.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them have pictures. Most of them, nothing you can guarantee. Like today, we almost got stranded on the highway because you didn't check your gas gauge. And I said, you got to fill that up before we go.
Even though you had already told me 2 minutes before that, we need to stop to get gas.
And
but
I
had forgotten.
But I would have forgotten unless I glanced over there. And then I realized we could be walking. We might have to do a remote podcast. Thank God we have these things that go into the phone.
Remember, Scott told us we have the extra extensions that go into the phone.
I know.
Can you imagine that? We're doing a walking podcast.
I can't.
That's
next level. I know.
That's not okay.
And we saw a groundhog.
Yes, we did. I did.
And I was very
pointed
excited.
him out.
I know. So people like our stories.
It's a little incredible. Okay, so
It's
people
overwhelming.
are like, absolutely, guest was really great, except maybe it could just be you and Rebecca. Except we did get one guest suggestion.
Oh,
someone who does tarot readings and a psychic,
like a real one.
Yes,
Oh God,
like a for real one.
I feel. You know what? Then people will believe us because they're going to see what happens every time. Every time we always go together, always.
Yep.
And these psychics always say to Aaron, oh my God, your energy, your aura, your life is going to be so successful. And then they turn to me and they're like, you on the other hand.
They're like,
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yes.
Except for the last one we went to.
No, she was okay.
She was all about me. She was like, no, she said, your energy is so big and you fill up the room. I don't think Aaron gets enough attention, is what she said.
Oh. That's, yeah.
And again, once again, okay, it's fine. But,
All I remember about that session is she said, cheese. I'm seeing cheese. Did you eat cheese with someone special in your life? And I said, my grandpa. And she said, he's coming through. And then all of a sudden, that was the takeoff from the session.
I know.
It was about cheese.
Hilarious.
Of course it was about cheese.
Hilarious. But we never do them individually. So not as fun. We can't remember what is said. So we can't talk about it. But it's just much
and
more.
there's something about our energy that just has to come together. Yeah, I know.
So we should have somebody on here. I think that would be quite entertaining.
That was a guest recommendation.
Great.
I'm not kidding. 16 people submitted the form to be a guest on our podcast.
I know.
16 people.
It hasn't even been a week.
No. It's been 6 days.
I know. I do remember you texting me in the morning. I think it was 8:02 after you pressed the go button, and I had a reaction, and you must have too. And then as soon as you confirmed it, you said, I have never felt so naked in my life. And I said, oh,
I don't struggle with vulnerability, but at 7:58, 2 minutes before the first 3 episodes went live, I was overcome with regret.
I know. And then now you had been watching and editing them.
Yeah.
So you were very familiar with the content. Again, I know nothing. I didn't even know it was actually going live that day.
That's right.
But you have to rein me in.
Right.
So I decide as I'm getting ready, I'm going to listen to them. And I have them on speaker in my bedroom while I'm getting ready for the day. And my older daughter comes running in. She's like, Mom, what is this? This is great. I go, this is me and Aaron. She was like, no. I said, yes. She's like, I'm going to share this with all my friends. Oh. She's 13. She doesn't even like me.
Yep. I know.
She doesn't even like me.
She does not. And if
she
knew it was you.
Oh, she would have been like,
in fact,
she's probably going to be like, this is my aunt and her friend.
Yeah. This is my aunt's podcast. She has my mom on sometimes.
Yeah. Or she won't claim me as her mom. She'll be like, that's my aunt's
neighbor.
friend. But she listened to all 3 and she's like, this is the best. I can't. She's like, has a countdown.
I love it.
I know. And you know who hasn't listened to it?
Sure do.
Our husbands.
Yep. That's my favorite. So we come in, we are so excited. We're like, oh my gosh, people are actually listening. We got downloads. Like people care about what we have to say. This is so amazing. And then your husband's sitting there with a beer.
Right.
And we're like, Phil, did you listen to the podcast? He's like, no, not yet.
I'm busy.
What do you mean?
We can't listen to it right now?
What do you mean? And so then I'm like, it's fine. Mark.
I know, right.
Hey, Mark. Got a lot of downloads and people are listening. And this is so awesome. What did you think of the first 3 episodes? He's like, I didn't get to listen to it yet. They do throw that in. Been busy. Was it in your plan? Was it? I mean, this is kind of a big deal.
Right.
You know?
I know.
Like we went live. People care. And there's our husbands. No, I'll get to that.
Right.
I get to that. Gotta do this other thing first, whatever that is.
Now, to be fair,
Can't wait.
80% of our shenanigans are not involving them.
Oh, yeah. Right. We honestly don't care if they listen or not.
True.
They probably shouldn't.
They'd probably be like, when did you go there?
Yeah, right. Yeah, when was that? I don't remember.
Swark trip.
Oh.
Busy. We're busy.
Yeah, remember that time I told you we were...
Remember that time you called me, your flight was taking off at 10 a.m.
Yep.
You called me at 7:45 and said, I can't go alone. You need to come with me. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I have 2 children. And you're like, figure it out.
I know.
As you purchased a plane ticket for me. Yep. And I had to call my husband and say, babe, Erin's partner bailed on her.
Yep. It wasn't true.
She can't go alone.
The partner was still going. He was still going. He was still going.
Yep. And then I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, you got to drive here 4 hours to take care of my kids.
Erin's in alert.
She's in a big problem.
It's not good. Got to go. And you threw some stuff in a bag.
Sure did.
And there we went to the airport.
Yep.
I think what I said to you was, I can't go to the airport by myself. That's our airport.
I know.
And you sure did come through.
And I said, okay.
Yep.
That's what you do.
You called in the troops.
And called them in. And frankly, if nobody showed up, they would have been fine on their own.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, right. She's 13. It's fine.
It's fine. They can handle 4 days.
She's basically graduating.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only in January.
Right. And your husband does a lot of
he
plowing
plows,
in the evenings.
It's fine.
So it's fine. But it worked out.
It worked out great.
As it always does.
We had the best time.
I'm pretty sure you said, how much is the ticket? And I said, you don't want to know how much a ticket is 2 hours before you're supposed to be at the airport, but it doesn't matter. Get in the car.
I also think you followed it up with, I'm not sure where we're going.
Yeah.
Could you just let me know where to book the ticket through?
I probably just said you booked the ticket.
You probably did.
I probably said you do it.
I book all of your flights.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the one and only time you were going to go without me. And now that's not an option.
No, we don't like it. Mm-hmm. I did not like that. Didn't feel good. We also identified at that time that we were codependent and that it was okay because I'm a mental health professional. And so as long as we can name it,
that's right.
Then it's fine.
Right up to the fact that I was technically not allowed in that conference.
Yes.
And I walked right in.
That's right.
Without my name tag, walked right in, following you.
That's right.
And we sat down and 2 people came up to you and was like, where's her name tag? And you said she doesn't have one. So then I'm pretty sure the manager of the whole thing basically came over with a credit card machine.
Fred.
He came over with a credit card machine and said, if you want to have her in here, it's going to be what, like
$625 or something?
Yeah. And you say,
what did I say?
Now I'm sitting, I don't want to be seen. It's like, I'm not working the table. I'm not selling anything. I'm doing nothing. I'm basically under the tablecloth.
Right.
And I hear Erin say, she's my emotional support friend and we're not paying for this. It's not going to happen. Yep. And she's going to stay right here.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be. And he looked at you like, I can't fight that.
He didn't know.
It was a mental health conference.
Happened.
Yep. We're not doing that. He was like, okay.
And did we pay?
We sure did not.
Sure did not.
He did say, fine, I'll let her stay, but she can't eat any of the food.
Yes. And she said she can't talk to anyone. I
Oh,
said,
I'm not
you don't
allowed
have to worry about that. She doesn't want to talk to anyone anyway.
Not allowed to talk to anybody. And then his intern.
Yes.
His
was
intern
watching every time that bagel buffet went out.
He sure did. And he looked at me and he gave me the bombastic side eye.
That's right.
And he said, I know what he was thinking.
Yeah.
She better not take any of that food.
Him in his bright green shirt.
Yep. Sure
his
did.
Neon shirt. Yep.
He also knew who I was because I emailed him constantly prior to this conference because I wasn't going. I needed to make sure you had all the things.
Yeah.
I was very aware.
Right.
So they shouldn't have been surprised when I showed up.
No. Well, they were.
They were.
And
they were
we
surprised.
took care of that.
We sure did.
They were real surprised.
Real surprised. Yep.
That's a time empathy out the window.
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't make any sense. She's literally going to sit next to me, show me things on the TikTok,
right?
Ask me a whole bunch of questions no one ever wants to answer,
right?
Not talk to anyone,
right?
Maybe she'll go get me a coffee. I'm not paying $625 for her to sit in a chair next to me.
Nope.
Fred, it's not going to happen.
Sorry.
And to Fred's credit, he did chuckle a little. I think he was a little like, wow, okay. And I think he appreciated that level of assertiveness. And so then you sat there the entire time for free.
For free. And we didn't take advantage of the situation because we went to another conference that he was hosting 3 months later and we paid.
We did? Are you sure?
Well,
I don't think so.
Yeah, 4 registrations came with the sponsorship.
Oh,
so just kind of
for the sponsorship.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right. But we wouldn't have paid.
No. Reimburse that, please.
Right, and
please reimburse that.
Now I sign those emails to Fred and Juan.
Yeah,
emotional support friend. Every time.
So I didn't want to freak you out that people are listening to us, but they are listening to us. I wanted to read you some quotes.
Okay.
Oh. I can't with how adorable you guys are. I'm like 10 minutes in and already hooked.
Stop it.
I know. Well, look at you. I'm not just blowing smoke. The podcast's really good. That's from a skeptic right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's someone who was probably like, this ain't going to be it. You know?
Well, I mean, honest to God, I thought it'd be 3 people.
I know. Who were those 3 people?
Me, you, and your mom.
That's right.
That's all. I'm like, we're going to get 3 downloads. That's going to be great. I was going to feel really good about that. And then you texted me and you're like, I think I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is crazy. And
I know. You want to talk about vulnerability.
And then you get the comment. People are commenting.
I know. It says, love the podcast. It is so great. Scott, you're going to like this one. You guys sound so professional.
It's not only the equipment,
Boom.
It's that course you made us take.
Boom. It's the course, but it's also the equipment.
Oh, this is legit.
You take these two gals,
I know.
and you make us sound like we have been doing this for years. My voice has never sounded better.
It's great. I know. In fact, when we have our morning conversations, are you a little bit sad it's not on a microphone? I know.
yeah.
I knew you were going to say
I
that.
know.
You're going to have to start coming in here and doing your morning conversations
know.
in studio.
It's true.
You're
I mean,
right.
we talk about goods. We talk about this. This is what we talk about.
Did you see Scott was in that little bubble?
Oh, no, I missed
on
it.
the YouTube.
I was staring at you.
Scott, come back. Scott. Oh my God. Scott, you look like you are looking out of an airplane window or you are in a submarine.
I love it. I love it.
I cannot. That's hilarious. Oh my God, Scott. Oh
And it
my
has
God.
pink around it.
I know. We absolutely love it.
You're welcome.
Thank
This is
you.
my favorite part of the week.
Thank you so much. I know.
This is my favorite
I
part
know.
of the
I
week.
couldn't wait to get here. I have more comments.
Okay.
They are so sweet, funny, and relatable. Oh, I can't go into that one yet.
Stop.
That one. I got to talk about that one. That one had all the things.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Am I going to cry?
I can't talk about it. I can't talk about that one. That one had all the things. We're going to go there in a minute. But like my friends reached out from high school. We got those 16 random people that wanted to be on the podcast. Laura left us the
I know.
best voice message. I didn't know if you could do that.
I know.
I didn't know you could do that. All of a sudden, we're listening to a voice message on a Facebook Messenger, crying.
Crying. I was like, nobody talks to me like this.
I
This
know.
is the nice. I can't.
It's so nice.
So overwhelming.
So this is us saying thank you. We are sorry we won't have any more guests. We will. We
Maybe
have to sprinkle in
sporadically.
some guests,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
apparently the listeners have spoken. They want just us to keep talking,
Okay.
which is
Hey.
crazy. So
We can do that all day
we can
long.
do it. Absolutely. Yeah. Right now it's a daily show for 8 hours.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Just join in. Okay, I'm ready to read you this one now. All the feelings about this one. Okay. This one went on a ride. So we've already decided it is 7:58. I'm ready to push go. I start to get the stomach
cramps?
gurgles. Right? I am like,
cramps.
oh no, I
The
don't.
squirts are coming.
This is not good. Not good. I'm like, is everything in place? Is it not? Is everything okay?
And that wasn't your husband. It was you. Yep.
It was not okay. So very nervous. Of course, I call you and I'm like, it's happening. Okay. We're out there. I hope you didn't say anything that is a problem.
I mean,
Because it's out there.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vulnerability is this essence of doing something that you absolutely love to do and is just authentic to you, and then putting yourself out there, knowing that any part of the universe can interact with what you've just
or have
put out there.
a opinion.
Yes,
like
for
a-
better or for worse.
Right.
Right.
Right. There could be a bunch of haters.
And now
I'm sure there will be.
I am curious because you said you also felt vulnerability. Because for me as an empath, the vulnerability came from not wanting anyone to feel left out, not wanting to say something that discluded someone, not wanting to say anything that someone would have a really strong adverse reaction to, because as an empath, you want to be rather vanilla, right? You want to be rather neutral so that whatever is coming your way is a projection of what that energy is,
Well,
right?
and it's never your intention to hurt anybody.
Never. Never.
I mean,
it's the opposite.
right.
And when I do,
Oh my gosh.
it's not good.
Well,
right?
I feel the same way. I'm just not going to tell you that.
Okay. So that was my question.
Yes.
You felt vulnerability, but was it around the same thing?
Not at first until you said it. And then I'm like, okay, that is part of it.
Okay.
But at first I was like, well, A, I didn't think anybody was going to listen to
Yeah,
it.
right.
And then B, I was thinking it's out there. It's a concept of, I'm very cautious of what I post on Facebook or put in writing, right? You can't ever take it back. It exists now.
Yep.
And that's a little bit of the scary part. At the end of the day, it comes back to the fact that I never want to offend anybody. I want to be able, I don't like talking behind people's backs. Whatever I say, I got to be able to say it to their face.
Yeah.
So, because I don't ever want to offend anybody. That's never the goal.
Yep.
Ever. Even if I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend you.
Right.
That's terrible.
Yes.
So I just wouldn't have articulated it like that.
Interesting. So here we are pushing the button, right? And then I'm on Kelly Up the Street's page. Love Kelly Up the Street. And her friend, Shelly, writes a comment.
Oh.
Okay. This is the comment. I wanted to tell you, I have to take you on the ride of this comment.
Okay.
Okay. Because if this is not pure empathy, vulnerability, all of it, I don't know what is.
Okay.
Okay. They are so sweet, funny, and relatable. But I think they mixed up the labels they gave each other. We'll definitely keep listening. So my first reaction is, oh no, what does that mean? Right? My first reaction is, I'm dead inside. I'm dead. What did I say? What did I say to make people think I was dead inside? Right? Then this interesting imposter syndrome piece comes in that's like, people can't see you for who you are. You aren't expressing yourself well enough. This is just another opportunity for you to not be seen, right? People think that you're faking it, that you're not really this person. All this stuff starts to come up for me.
And what's funny is we read this separately, but then we came together to talk about this because I had a reaction too, but it certainly wasn't that.
And so your reaction was what?
My reaction was like, oh my God, somebody does see that I do love the world. I never even thought about you. I just assumed we didn't get the labels mixed up.
Yeah.
That I was just not embracing because I know who you are.
Yeah.
You are all of the things.
Right.
So for me, it was never a question on whether you were dead inside. Please.
Which leads to my second reaction, which was, oh, Rebecca's being seen. Okay.
Yes.
So my first reaction is, oh no, I'm dead inside. This isn't okay. What does that mean? Oh my God, what am I rejecting? Very next reaction. I'm giving Rebecca the stage. Finally, people can see how amazing she is and that she is all of these things that people do not know. And I'm like, this is what happens when you're in an empathy sisterhood, that you can help other people take the stage. Then I rode that wave for a little while.
You did.
I was like,
which is why you felt so when Laura gave her voice message, that's why you felt that way, because she literally said, I hated Rebecca the moment I met her.
Yep.
She said that right in her voice message.
Absolutely.
She's like, Rebecca, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I hated you.
Yep.
And we worked together. And, it's that concept of, if you can't get past my rough and gruff kind of outwardly demeanor, you'll never get to the core, which I keep very
But what
guarded.
did Laura say at the end?
Oh, she said, our coworker who really liked you encouraged me to give it more and more chances. And as we developed our relationship, she's like, I looked at you as a mentor and I learned so much, and I don't get messages like that. So that was it brought me to my knees, the ugly cry, like your 40th birthday montage to me. But it validated, I don't want to be anybody else. I don't want to be anything else. And people can take it or leave it. But the people who do allow me to come in, I promise you.
Yep. And so I had those reactions. And then my third reaction, it might have been my eighth, because I can't remember the ones in there because they were going so fast. But my third reaction was, it's okay to be whoever you are, even if other people don't see you in the same light. Right? So I went into this place of, are you strong enough as a person to know who you are? Then I immediately think of you and I'm like, would Rebecca agree with this comment? Does Rebecca know who you are? Do your closest friends know who you are? And if the answer is no, why do we allow any of that to absorb into our energy and rock our world a little bit? Right? So then I got on my, feminist rock. And I was like, it's fine. I am who I am, no matter what, right? So, okay, here we are. We're on the little thing here, right? We're going up, we're going down. We're going up, we're going down.
And just so everybody understands, this isn't in a matter of 20 seconds. She's got to process it for hours.
What's it been? When was the comment? 6 days ago? I'm still processing it right now on the show.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So she says, I think Rebecca is the lover. And I'm like, she is a lover. She is a lover. Then there's a part of me that's like, me too, though.
I know.
But me too. But I am not dead inside. I'm a lover too, right? So then I get to feel all the feels associated with what does it feel like to not be seen in the light that you're projecting in? Is that okay? And do you feel comfortable in that particular place? What does it mean if you want to be included in being seen in that particular way, right? So I did what all people do in that situation. And I thought, I'm so thankful she's listening. And I'm so thankful that she comments in such a way that allows for this level of reflection. So I heart it. I heart it all over the place because I loved it. I came full circle.
You sure did.
To this place of what I thought was pure acceptance, excitement for you, and I'm strong enough to hold on to any feelings that I have about potentially being unseen. Okay? I thought that was it.
Oh.
It's not.
Okay. All right. Have we talked about this?
No.
Okay. I was like, we were there.
Here it is.
See?
Okay.
We got,
I know.
How many days?
A little deeper. Yep. A little bit lower.
In fact, we'll probably talk about it again on the way home.
I know. In the car. I know. So I go to Kelly Up the Street's Facebook page because I have to find this interaction because I know that I want to talk to you about it today on the show. And I see for the first time another comment. From Shelly.
Stop.
And it's been there this entire time, but I didn't know. I didn't see it. I didn't know it was there. Had I not gone back to her Facebook page, I wouldn't have seen it was there. Are you ready for me to read it?
Okay, guys, I don't think I've heard it.
You don't know it.
Oh, okay.
And yes, Erin, you are the lover too. You both are, but the way you express it is held for the other until they are ready to step into it. Truly, the heart of a beautiful relationship is when we can mirror in this way. I can't wait to hear more. Y'all are doing some beautiful work.
Do you want to touch my leg right now?
I'm getting teary-eyed.
Yes, because that's exactly how I took it. You are that person.
I resolved when I read that. Of course, I hearted it, right? I did all the hearts. There's probably like one of those celebration, cheers things coming out, whatever.
Confetti.
So what I think is fascinating about this is that I have convinced myself from a resolution standpoint as this super sensitive, empathic person that I was okay. And I was, right? So let's be real clear. I wasn't going to start losing sleep over it, whatever. But it was that I had told myself it's okay as long as Rebecca is seen. I love that she's seen in a positive light. If I'm not seen in the way that I think I am, that's okay. But then when that peaceful resolution happened at the end, that was a surprise that I didn't know, this peace and calm came over my body. And it wasn't about what exactly was written. It was, I'm being seen for the person I know I am at
how
my
you
core.
identify. Yes.
That is vulnerability.
Sure is.
And when you dare to put yourself out there, in your truest, authentic self, you are truly giving people the opportunity to fully love you. And I don't think we think about that enough. We think of the rejection. We think of the
look at your first
fear,
reaction,
right? We think of the, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to be righted in who I am, right? But the amount of love that has been shown to us, people are writing congratulations. People are like, this thing is going places. I've had people from high school reach out and say, I always thought that you were an incredible person, and now the rest of the world gets to see it.
Well, I've said that to you forever. I said, we're done putting your face in an office. We're done putting you
have
here.
said that forever.
I've said that forever. I'm like, the world needs to know you. And we need to do something. Stop it. You know, that's how I feel. How do I tell you all the time? You're going to be the Harvard graduating class keynote speaker. How many times have I told you that?
I know.
For years.
I know. But when you put yourself out there in the world and constantly are worried that the depth of how you need to be seen is not always taken care of, then that's where the vulnerability comes in. And people had reached out and said, I too don't always feel seen. I feel like a more complex and a more empathic and a more caring person than people really recognize. And at the end of the day, is that what we're just trying to do? Are we just trying to have someone pay witness to who we are as a human, because that level of existence shows that it matters, that why we're here matters.
It's so funny you say this. John Vroman uses this example with his dad's group all the time.
What example?
He says human beings want to be witnessed. And he tells this story. I'm going to get it wrong because I'm not supposed to be listening.
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing work in the back.
The creepy girl with your ear at the door.
With the dads. And he tells this story, and I want to say it was a military, like in the middle of combat. And these military people, I don't know what branch of the government, but they knew they were going to die. And so they have like this bro code, and they will say, we witness you, like out loud, we witness you. And it's so powerful.
Wow. They know that they're going to perish.
Right.
And in that moment,
that's the love.
It's their way of making sure that they see that they're seen.
And I believe that that's just like this thread. I mean, because it's like a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
The military. And, but he specifically uses the word witness. And you just said that.
Yep.
That's all people want is to be witnessed.
But they want to be witnessed. And it's not always necessarily this. You're such a perfect example of this. So you can present as a certain way in the world, and that's how you expect to be witnessed. And that exterior is how you want to be witnessed, or that exterior is what you're comfortable witnessing. Then I come along and I'm like digging down. Here we go, right? All down the holes and the crooks and the crannies. And then you get to actually be witnessed for the entirety of who you are.
Well, you're helping me self-explore. It's a self-explored journey that it's that idea of you're so open and such a soft place to land that it's easier to be vulnerable with you because you don't make anybody feel awkward, weird. What they say is stupid. Well, you do make me feel stupid. Yeah.
Maybe not for other people, but I do that to you.
Serious moments.
Right. Oh my God. Could you imagine? You're like in the midst of like something really serious. I'm like, that was stupid.
Well, an example is when I admitted to you that I had a visualization. It was one of my harder days. And I was sitting on the couch and we were on the phone and I had a visualization. And I said, I'm going to explain this picture to you. And I swear to God, if you laugh, I'm going to lose my mind. And I said, it's the cover of the Simple Life TV show where Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are holding the pitchforks. And you said, absolutely. And then you not only did you verify that, but then you like went into more detail.
Yeah. I told you which one you were.
I know.
I told you which one I was.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you said, we're very clear which path we're picking, right?
Yeah.
See?
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
You could have very easily been like, really?
Yeah. Right. I'm pretty sure the following week, I was like, so about the picture, now that we're in a space where we can talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the whole point. If I knew that deep down, I couldn't say that to you because I was feeling a certain way in that moment and I wanted to express that, but you weren't going to hear it in the way I was hoping you to hear it, then I would hold back and we wouldn't be able to have that depth. And I think that women do that all the time because I don't know if competition's the right word. I don't think all women compete with each other.
I don't think women's emotional needs and ability to be seen is ever held properly. So of course we are not ready to just thrust that into the world, right? I think that often as women, we're, what is the word? Like, we're disappointed in the level of depth and ability for someone to be able to go there with us. And that hurts. It hurts over and over and over again. A lot of my life had been spent feeling like I am this kind of person and just not having people be able to really see the depth of that.
Yeah.
My closest friends, you know, the people that I would like really let in are my closest friends because they're able to see that and feel that and be that.
That's right.
But when that group is 6 to 10 people deep and the rest of your experience with everyone else in the world is a shallow representation.
Yeah.
That's hard.
But yeah. It's very true. And then, you know, add in just development in general, like hormones and all the things. And not everybody's on the same schedule. I don't know what else to call it.
Speaking of hormones, this fan feels great today.
I know. I'm actually still sweaty.
I know. It's really nice. And I kind of wish it was pointed on me like consistently, but then you're going to start sweating over there. Also, an aside, did you notice that you have 18 bottles of water over there?
I always drink them.
I don't have any.
Oh, would you like
What
some?
happened to your water?
Scott, I didn't get any today.
Do you want one?
And is my mouth dry? It is.
You don't drink water.
I mean,
Do you want
when
this?
it's not in front of me.
Please pass some water
Thank
across
you.
the table to
Thank you.
Erin.
Thank you very much.
With my compliments
That's
and
fine.
apologies.
It's fine.
And you know
It's
me,
fine.
I have to drink
But
constantly.
I swear to God, you're swimming. You're
I know.
in a swimming pool over there.
And my mouth
full
is
of
very
water.
dry. I know. I'm very
I'm
dehydrated.
like, how's your water?
I'm surprised
Is
you
it
didn't
good?
bring your bougie IV drip in here while we're on the phone.
Oh, I
on
mean,
the phone.
on the phone.
I mean,
It's on
next
the phone,
time.
on the phone at Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, I do love a good IV drip. Jasmine at Drip Spa.
Also my idea.
Yeah, I could have put Jasmine at Drip Spa under the shit we love on
yes.
the website,
Yes.
www.themorelovepodcast.com. How was that, Scott?
That was fantastic.
Thank you very much. Getting better. Getting a lot better. So anyway, to wrap that up, I want to say, I guarantee you Shelly was just on a ride. If she's listening to us, she's like, that's not what I meant. Oh my gosh, did I offend her? I didn't realize. Oh my gosh. And then now we have this beautiful resolution. And the other thing that I learned from this is that if that comment that was made there, you know, which was really like the sweetest, kindest comment, the whole thing,
Right.
took me on a 6-day bender.
I know.
I can't read the comments anymore.
Nope. We all done.
We're all done.
Turn
Reading
it
the
off.
comments. Turn it off. Do. We all done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine someone who hates us.
I know.
It will not be good.
It's not good.
for
I can't. Nope. I know. I know.
Talk about it for a
I
year.
know. So
You'll shut it down. You shut it all down.
this is the beginning and the end of the rating of the comments. So you can say the nicest things about us or the worst things about us, and I will not know because my psyche can't handle it.
I know.
Yeah. So there's that. I also realized today that we didn't set an intention,
I know.
and that feels off.
I know. So you want to go? You do yours first.
We should do
you
that
do your
now?
affirmation first. I have mine ready to go.
Okay. Oh, you do?
I do.
Why?
Because when I was shuffling it, it jumped out and fell on the floor, and so I was like,
Whoa.
okay, we have to go with this one. And
It's
so
like it needed to be in
did.
here
It
today.
did. It did.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to look up. I'm going to get it ready to go. Okay, here it is.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Ready?
So, yes, I am.
This is my dreamer's deck. My 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams.
Love it.
I am going where it feels right. I know that my deepest desires are the pathways toward my dreams.
Stop it. Every time. Stop it. I'm even wearing my hippie pants today.
I know. I'm pretty positive when you walked in my house, my husband did a double take because he was both confused and excited about
They
your
have
pants.
slits.
Yeah.
They look like genie pants.
They are genie pants and they have slits from the ankle all the way up to the hip.
That's right. I am wearing biker shorts.
Are you
underneath.
wearing shorts underneath? Because it just looks like an extension of your shirt.
Right.
It's your underwear or they're biker pants?
They're biker pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
But just so we're clear, I'm fully prepared on the ride home. You casually say to me, because you were judgy, but you kept your mouth shut.
I know.
Because we're very clear on the way home. You're going to say, could you just order me some of those?
I know. Can you show me those online?
I'm very aware, especially because you said nothing.
I know.
That means extra judge.
I know.
But deep down, you want them so freaking bad.
Well,
I'm surprised you didn't make me. In fact, I'll probably have to take them off here so you can just try them on real quick.
I haven't crossed over into the have to have them so bad. I'm still feeling the way I felt when I first met you, which is just complete intrigue. I'm like, how are those pants on? What happens when she washes those pants? You know, I have all the questions. And then I did wonder for a long time if you were wearing pants. And I think that's also,
underwear?
Well, yeah, like something other than your shirt tucked into your
there's
pants.
a 50% chance I'd be wearing zero.
I know, which is 100% true.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really sure what we were working with there.
Yeah, because the only reason you know that now is because one time we were on an airplane and I was wearing a maxi skirt and you had just taught me how to use a tampon correctly.
Correct. And how old were we?
This was like 3 weeks ago.
I know, in the 40s.
And I went into the bathroom on the airplane before takeoff.
Yeah.
And tried to get one of my old tampons to work. It was one of the ones that were, travel size or whatever, and you have to expand it.
Yeah.
And I broke it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh God. And the woman.
And then this is the woman.
She's knocking on the door. She's like, ma'am, you gotta get out.
Ma'am,
we're
taking off.
You need to
We're
get out.
taking off.
And I'm like, oh God. So I put a bunch of toilet paper. I wrapped it up and stuck it in between my legs.
Yeah.
And I sat down in the seat next to her and she says, Erin, she says, did you get it to work? I'm like, no, I put a bunch of toilet paper in there. So I think I have to put the tampon in while I'm sitting here in the seat.
Yes. And I said, what?
And I said, well, I think I have to do it here because she to maybe go sit down and I'm afraid I'm going to bleed through this toilet paper in my crotch.
I said, that's not happening. We are not. You're going to get kicked off this plane.
I go, nobody will see. I go, just give me your purse.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'll put it on my lap.
Yep.
I go, well, just quickly. I go, I'm not asking you to put it up in there.
Nope, I'm not doing it. And neither are you.
And you're
neither are you.
Do you think you can get through 20 minutes when they turn off the sign?
Yeah, when finally you can get up.
Yeah. And I did. I waited. I did not.
It was not okay.
I did not do it.
It was not okay.
I know. But see, once again, it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So the card that jumped out is called the 8 of Pentacles. An artisan works late into the night, carving shapes into stone and bringing them to life. He is dedicated to his craft and working to perfect his skills and process. Behind him on the shelves are sculptures from different phases of his life to remind him of his journey and how far he's come. He sits indoors and works through the night, closing himself off from the outside distractions. With this level of dedication and work ethic, he will soon be the finest craftsman in the kingdom. The 8 of Pentacles represents a time of hard work and improvement. Through commitment, your skills will grow. Eventually, you will achieve mastery over your craft. You are encouraged to work hard and remain focused, persistent, and committed at the time. If you are in the middle of a project or situation that requires dedication, put in the effort and you will persevere. This is so small. Never in my life.
You will persevere.
You will persevere. If you are thinking about learning a new skill or trade, this card is an affirmation. This can also be a message not to get too caught up in the minutia of a project, as sometimes being a perfectionist will delay you to the point of being stagnant.
Yep.
That's pretty right on.
It is pretty right on. I'm thinking of two things. The first is, what would my statues look like of my past versions of where we've been? I don't think we always stop and really see how far we have come.
I mean, you do, because you're a hoarder and you keep everything from every aspect of your life.
Right. So you think I would just like find little trinkets from different aspects of my life?
You do. Remember your old office?
Stop it.
You remember your old office when you asked me to come in and help you redo it, and you had a box of your stuff from prior work scenarios, and we get through decorating and you say, what about this box of stuff? I said, yeah, I put it in the dumpster.
It's getting thrown out. I know.
That's what you do. You collect, you've come a long way.
I have come a long way.
Yeah. So we don't have to imagine what your trinkets would look like.
They're in the garage.
That never made it to the dumpster. Now it's
the garage. I took it right out. was the first thing I was thinking. And then the second thing I was thinking is, are they talking about this podcast?
I know. That's what I was
Don't
thinking.
get too caught up in the minutia. And then here I am. There's literally, I'm not exaggerating, 12 steps that have to happen to post a podcast on our website. And I wrote the instruction sheet
Of course you did.
yesterday or the day before.
What, like you're going to give it to me to do?
No.
It's not happening.
No. I am giving
You're lucky
it to
I look at my
someone
calendar and
much more responsible.
and realize I need to be here 30 minutes ahead because it takes 30 minutes to drive here. You're real lucky I even make it on time.
Right. And today you were really on time. I'd
I
like to
know. I even
commend you
brought
for
you.
that.
I even brought you lunch.
I know. It was really good too. It was good. Yeah. So that was the other thing that I was thinking was maybe it's the podcast. And yes, we do get caught up in the minutia. And when I say me, we, I mean me. Okay. Because you don't have any of the passwords. You don't know any of the sites.
No.
You know, and here I am doing the 12 steps for the podcast.
Not just that, but we were talking on the way here how your observation when you were previewing them is that you run the podcast.
Right.
You manage it, you start it, and you thought to yourself, well, should I let her do it?
Yeah, right.
And then immediately you're like, no.
Yeah, here I am as the empath, right?
Right. You're like, oh, maybe she-
I always start every podcast. Do you think I should let Rebecca stop? Immediately. Nope. Not a good idea. One of us has to be on track.
And then you're like, she always derails, and I got to bring it right back
Yep.
in.
And then I said, thank God I'm a mental health professional.
I know.
Because I'm sticking a pin in it.
I know.
And then you're like,
I know.
all over the place. And then I'm like, and back
Bringing it
to
back.
this.
I know.
Right?
And then I always say, well, what I was talking about was related. You just
Right.
have to connect those dots.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to engage in what you're talking about. I also have my own feelings about what you're talking about. And I have to remember where we just were.
And sometimes you have to interpret for me.
Yes.
Many times when we work together, I would say something out loud and you would always, without hesitation, follow it up with what Rebecca meant to say was.
Right.
And then you would like
Right.
make it all nicey. And
Yeah.
I'd look at you and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. Because before that, everyone was looking at you like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Right.
That's okay.
Right. Because I just bluntly say it out there.
Yep.
What everybody's thinking, but then they're appalled that I said it out
that
loud.
you dare say it.
Right. And so then you make it nicey. You still do it in the same vein.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So yeah.
So I wanted to also tell you that as a result of Shelly's comments,
Okay.
we now have some merch.
I know.
Thank you, Shelly.
Thank you,
Thank
Shelly.
you,
And
Shelly. And Kelly off the street.
because she made it.
We love Kelly. In fact, Kelly's
Our roadie.
new company name we decided today is Imperfect by Kelly.
I love it.
Okay. And it could not fit her any better.
And when we go on
It's
the road, she's coming with us.
She definitely is.
Yep.
She is a teacher, mom, empath, feminist with a cricket. And you want to watch out for those people.
Yep.
Okay. Because they rule the world.
I know.
The world.
I know.
And so I, of course, have to call Kelly and I have to process also the comments. It's fine. It's just, who we are. And I say, I think we need some shirts. And Kelly's who you go to if you need some shirts.
Nails it.
So the very first thing I say is, I think that my shirt should say Team Rebecca, and I think Rebecca's shirt should say Team Aaron.
I like that.
Of course you do. But then I said, no,
Oh,
that's not it.
okay.
It's not it. This is some behind the scenes and how the merch is made. Okay. These are real life secrets here.
Was
I
this
said-
before or after you let your car run into her garage
Her
door?
husband doesn't know about that.
Oh.
He listens to the podcast too.
Oh, never mind.
I mean,
you did stop it with your Armstrong.
I did. I stopped it like Superwoman.
We're going to show that. That's
I know.
on video.
I know it is on video. It's on the Ring Cam. Kelly up the street will give you that video. We'll definitely post that on the TikTok.
We'll talk about that.
It's not okay.
What?
Ding dong.
She never put the car in park.
I forgot to put the car in park. Boom, boom. Oh,
You stopped it with your arm.
both of my arms. And I was feeling that for days. That
That is so funny.
That was not okay. And it was winter.
Wait,
so
with
what
ice?
if I
Fell underneath
flew
the
under
car?
the car or
If that's how you died.
I know.
And it was
I
caught
know.
on the Ring camera?
I know. That's not how I go. That's not it. That's not it. Running into someone's garage.
See,
That's not
once
it.
again, I derail. How are you going to bring that back?
I know. What was I even talking about? No one knows. No one knows.
Kelly in the shirts.
Imperfect by Kelly. So first it was going to be Team Erin, Team Rebecca. Okay. And then I thought, no, because we're not on separate teams. We're better together. We're the same team. We're just different versions of the same team. So I'm like, okay, merch step number 2 is it's okay to be an Erin and it's okay to be a Rebecca. So the first part is going to say, I'm an Erin. And yours, of course, says, I'm a Rebecca. But then under that, it has to say hashtag team, whatever the other person's name is.
Well, mine says love Erin.
Oh, it says love. It doesn't even say team.
No.
Love. Yep. Okay. So merch ideas number 3 was
Kelly, you listening?
that it has to be.
In fact, we're going to be home in 30 minutes. So if you could have that done.
In fact, we need a few more things. So she made us these absolutely amazing shirts. And if you are listening instead of watching us on the YouTubes, I will describe it. So Rebecca's says, I'm a Rebecca in leopard print with pink. Hashtag love Erin. And mine says,
I'm an Erin. Hashtag love Rebecca.
yep. So we are united on this one shirt. And then on the back, it says the More Love Podcast. And so we are united together on this shirt while still giving people the individuality to be able to say how they identify, right?
I love that.
So
We're going to sell them.
We have some merch.
We're going to sell them. They're $100 and you can spend it.
$100.
You can send that money to my Venmo.
Yeah. Yeah. Imperfect by Kelly's going to be
right to
real
my
happy
Venmo.
about that. Yeah. He's going to be real happy about that. So, of course, I bring this idea up to Kelly, and she does absolutely what Kelly does, which is, no, they're not okay. I can't promise they're going to be centered, whatever. I said, that's what people love Imperfect by Kelly. They love that it's just you. Teacher,
How are they not perfect?
Teacher, mom, empathic feminist with a cricket. I know. That's what she
always
always
perfect.
says. They are absolutely perfect.
Always.
And she's going to nail it. So here she is having all the anxiety about making the shirts.
But yet you still force her to do it.
What do I say? We're in this together. It's fine.
Yep.
Right? So then fast forward 1 hour and maybe 20 minutes.
The merch is aboard.
She brings me something else. You ready?
Oh, wait. More things?
Oh, yeah. She brought me something else. Are you ready?
Yeah, this is one of your surprises. I
know.
can't.
I know. Okay.
Stop it. I heard a clang. Stop it. Give that to me. She made this?
I know.
No, she did.
Yes,
How?
she did. Can you see this?
Oh my God. So they're coffee cups and they say more love with, and then they have our names on it. Stop it.
I know.
I'm showing the monitor, like the monitor can see. How about the camera?
Oh, I was showing the monitor too. Oh, interesting.
We do share a brain.
That's okay. That's all right. I was like, you can see it in there, right?
Oh my God.
Do
And then
you
there's
see
the
this?
name.
And please look, this part right here is like ripped paper.
I love that.
Because it's too super on brand.
Yep.
So Allie, who we're now referring to as Lady A.
Oh yeah. No,
Because
you
she
just
wants to
revealed
be-
her name.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Never again.
Bad
Lady
idea.
A is going to be really happy to have Imperfect by Kelly because she's on brand.
I love it.
And that's what Lady A cares about.
And it is pink.
And it's pink.
It's my favorite.
So now we can pour our water in here or whatever it is you're drinking. And we now have these amazing cups,
Stop.
right?
I still need to know how
Got
she
some
did
merch. Got
This.
some
You do
merch.
this with a cricket?
I don't know. It was a big, long process. There was a lot of stuff. She called it, I'm going to say she called it the incinerator. That's not it.
But like almost like a kiln?
No, I don't know. When she brought it over, the cup was still hot.
Yeah, they have.
It was still hot.
Crickets have that. They have that attachment or something. I have a cricket here.
Scott,
I
you
have no
cricket?
idea how to use it.
You cricket,
Not
Scott?
a clue.
Do you want to meet with Imperfect by Kelly?
Is she giving cricket classes?
I mean,
I mean, Sure.
Yeah, we bought one like 2.5 years ago, and I tried to use it, and I can't.
Well,
Okay.
Did you bought it for Rockfox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were going to make shirts, and we were going to make mugs and
Oh,
things
remember
like
when
that.
I sent you an invoice when I was going to buy one?
I know, and I declined it.
Doesn't mean I didn't buy it.
So Scott, just use Imperfect by Kelly. She'll make all your stuff for you.
Well, yeah.
In fact,
Does
just
she
give
need
her
another
your
Cricut?
just give her your Cricut.
I'll take the Cricut.
She's
If
got
I
it.
give you the machine.
Yep. Well, you do
yeah.
all the things.
Oh, she'll do all the things. Yeah, she's incredible.
I love this. That's so
Yes.
nice.
Isn't that awesome? I might have one more thing.
Stop.
I know. This one is not made by Imperfect by Kelly.
What is it?
Okay.
I'm dying.
Hang on. Stickers.
I love them.
These stickers
Let me see it.
are. Here
Can
we
people
go.
get these?
What do you mean?
Like, what if our fans want one?
No, we hand these out.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
we hand these out. These are high quality stickers that say the More Love Podcast. There's a little QR code on there where they can download us. And then it has all the places where you can get the podcast. And then do you see at the bottom is our cute little signatures?
Oh my God.
Did you ever realize how similar our signatures were until right now?
I didn't.
Kind of like the time on the podcast where you're like, did you realize that our last names begin with H?
I didn't.
And it was so random.
I didn't. But you know what? I do know that you are the person who, when you sign your name on those credit card machines, always think to yourself, I nailed it.
Absolutely.
I know you
And
do.
if it's
I
not
know
perfect,
it.
I'm
You-
clearing it out and doing it again.
I know. Everybody else just goes squiggle, squiggle, squiggle.
Sometimes I wait a couple seconds to see if the woman behind
Acknowledges
the
you.
counter is going to be like, that's a beautiful signature.
I know that
Thank
about
you.
you.
I also would like you to know, as a left-handed person, that the writing utensil is usually on the right.
Oh.
Super annoying. Super annoying. Just one of the problems that us lefties have to go through all the time. And do I still nail the signature?
Every time.
Yes.
Well, according to you.
Right. Yeah, it's true. So we have these stickers. Now, the plan with these stickers is that you're going to have some, I'm going to have some.
Okay.
And as we see an opportunity to tell people about the podcast.
When I'm working the corner.
Yes, that's a perfect time. I'm sure that's the clientele.
Are you guys going to add a sticker to my door? The door has tons of
It
stickers.
does?
You didn't see that?
We need to
the
put a
front
whole-
door has like
Listen,
100 stickers on
Do you
it.
hear me? Do you hear me? We're going to put a whole door wrap on it.
That's right.
It's
That's
the
right.
whole thing.
I'm
taking up the
I'm
whole
very
door.
clear. You
I'm
came up with
sorry,
door wrap. I was just going to put them individually on
all
top
of
of
them?
all
Yeah,
of them.
you're going to have to order more stickers because we've taken up the whole door.
But you went right to the door wrap.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He said, oh, there's stickers on the door? I said, I don't care. Not anymore.
In fact, ours are going right here.
The More Love. Yeah. In fact, they're all over the studio now.
Put it right over the lens.
Right
That's right.
yeah. Right over your own logo.
So anytime anyone were like, oh my gosh, I have a podcast. For instance, I'll tell you a very quick story.
Okay.
When I was in Buffalo this past weekend, I scheduled a massage.
Shocker.
I know. I love it. In fact, Renee was the one who found the spot.
Okay.
And she's always like, I take you to the best places, right? Because it's usually just shady town. It is
Oh.
like not okay, right?
Okay.
So we laugh when we're going in there and we're like, we don't really know where we're going, right?
Uh-huh.
Hands down, best massage I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Angela.
Angela. Okay.
Yes, I have pictures of Angela and
Okay.
I. Okay.
Think that's not
Angela from Sheer Pampering Spa Studio.
Okay.
It is in Buffalo. It's inside a place called Chopafellas. Yeah. Which was an incredible barber shop. It was
And Angela has a studio in there.
in the back.
Is this shade? This is shade all over.
It
The woman.
was the best. I need to
Okay.
just tell you about it. I don't think I think her hands are the perfect size. I think that she uses, I don't know, the right lotion. And she does a stretch
I
massage.
bet she does. I bet she does in the Chopafellas back room. I bet she does. There's a lot of
I'm
things
not
happening.
kidding. It was one of those massages that if your boob pops out halfway through, you don't care.
She's not used to working on women.
What do you mean?
She's in the back of the Chopafellas barber shop.
Yeah. But she's been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah, on men.
Well, she nailed it for me. The table was heated, but then the air conditioning was on.
Oh.
And it was a stretch massage. Did I mention that part?
You did.
It was
all the questions.
incredible. Angela nailed it. I gave her a 5-star review.
She sounds great.
I think I tipped her as much as the service cost.
Okay.
Because it was that awesome.
Okay.
I will go there every 6 weeks to go get a massage.
You're going to wait that long?
Maybe 4.
Okay. Guess who's not going with you?
She nailed it. I know. You are absolutely not. No. You hate massages.
No.
And usually the one time you got a massage, all the guy did the whole time was play with your hair.
The entire time. That was you made me go with you years ago. And I was like, he played with my hair the whole time. It was so weird.
You know what that reminds me of? Because you always have the most unique experiences. And you never know that they're unique until you bring it up to me. So could you please tell people the story about your OBGYN?
Yes.
You're
Are we preferencing it?
Nope.
Okay.
You're in the OBGYN and
we were talking about how we don't like when the OBGYN does the breast check.
Right.
And how it's real weird. And I go to Erin, do you like when she does this? And I do the like tap, 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 tap with your fingers, like all the way around her shoulder. And I go, that's a boob simulation of what she does to mine. And then you...
And I said, no, I do not like that, but I really don't like. And then I come over to your shoulder and I take my 3 fingers and I just do a rub around of the top of your shoulder.
Right.
And then like the push like that of the nipple.
Right.
I'm like, I do not like
that part.
It's too like soft. It's too soft caressy. I don't like that. Like I just, it's too much.
And And then I say, well, what about when she squeezes your nipple? And you swear to God almost pissed your pants.
So I am sitting there with my legs crossed. I said, well, you said, what about when she I can't.
When she squeezes your nipple.
You said, what about... Don't look at me while I'm talking about this because I can't get it together. And she said, you said, what about when she tweaks your nipple?
That's what they do.
Just see, I'm crying.
That's what they do. At the end, she squeezes it.
I said, what do you...
That's what she does. All the years I've been to her.
I said, what do you mean she squeezes your nipple? like beep beep.
No, not a beep beep, just a beep. We're done.
What's a 1 beep compared to a 2? Why is she squeezing
I
it?
don't know. I never asked. I've gone to her forever.
That's never happened
Since
to
I
me.
was 18. Why? That's normal. You have the paper vest on. She pulls it over to the one side.
My OBGYN.
I've never gone to anybody else.
2 weeks.
Well, now I have to ask her when I go.
It's just you. No, what are you going to ask her? What are you going to ask her? Do you tweak everybody's nipple or just mine? I cannot. I don't understand it. Why? Do you have to tweak the nipple?
Maybe she's looking for
what? In that little spot?
I don't know. It's happened. Now I'm going to Google it.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. That's not. I am crying. I have tears all down my face. So we found out literally half an hour ago your OBGYN just beep beeps your nipple.
No, beep beep. Just a beep. It's just the 1 beep. Don't try to come. No, it's not a double take.
The 2 beeps would be too much.
That's next level. That seems a little not medical related.
What's the 1?
I don't know.
What's the 1? Oh my gosh.
Maybe she's making sure it doesn't excrete anything.
What? Off the rails. We are off the rails. My whole face is covered in tears. I cannot.
Now you're not sure.
So, I
gotta drink some more water.
I'm gonna go get my massage. You're not.
No, I'm not going.
If your OBGYN does that, what the heck's gonna happen in the massage parlor? That's not okay. That's not okay. So, anyway, I was trying to give a shout out to Angela.
Angela, you rock.
in the back of Chopafeller. Because she nailed it. I'm not kidding. I'm
so
going
glad.
back.
I'm so glad.
If I had one of these stickers, I would have given it to her. That's where I was, but they were late because apparently you have to sign for things now through
The UPS?
All right. We are at time, but of course I have one more thing that I have to just tell you super quick, and then I promise we're done. I'm starting a new thing. It's called Empathy Problems.
What do you mean? Like you write in?
No. Well, I think people should write in. I think that would be anytime people want to chat with us. I really feel like just go to www.themorelovepodcast.com. Scott, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Thank you. And you can go there and then you can just contact us on the contact form.
Okay.
But I've started something in my notebook here.
Okay.
My notebook says kind of busy on the outside. And it's called Empathy Problems. And I started writing down a list of things that I think absolutely normal people in the world do not have any problems with whatsoever. But for me, it creates a tremendous amount of turmoil. So I have a whole list of them here. I'm only going to give you one today.
Oh, well, you get one every day. Every
episode.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Empathy Problems.
Okay.
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 The one that came up for me was I still use Yahoo email.
So do I.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. We shouldn't tell a lot of people that.
I know.
We just told everybody.
I know.
But at least it's not AOL or Earthlink or something.
I know.
Nelnet, whatever that was. Is that a thing? I don't know. So I'm in there and I get a whole bunch of emails every single morning, right? Because usually the places that are emailing are these shops and they will like filter in over the course of the night, right?
And we always give that email address because that's our junk mail.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's your
my primary personal email, but it's okay because I can sort through them well enough, right? So here I am today, and I'm going through, and I see one come up for Sirius XM radio.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have Sirius XM. I just bought a new car, and I'm pretty sure like whatever that trial was has now expired.
Right. Okay.
Right? The last car I had, like 2 cars ago, had Sirius XM. I let it lapse because I don't need that. Right. And so I thought now is a good time to go in and unsubscribe.
Because it's been a solid ride. You've had a solid relationship.
I don't need this.
Okay.
I don't need this Sirius XM email. It has no use to me, right? And of the 86 emails I get in the morning, let's make it 85. Okay. So I go in, I open it up. I start reading the content, which is problem number 1. Why am I reading the content? Because I feel like I have to see Sirius XM right in this email. I have to know what it is they're talking about. And I get down to that unsubscribe button.
And you contemplated.
And I'm like, I can't do it. I thought about it.
You're just going to file it in the folder.
And you want to know why I couldn't unsubscribe?
Can't wait.
Because when I did have Sirius XM, which was forever ago, okay, I listened to a station called The Coffee House.
I know.
I loved The Coffee House. I loved it. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay, not even The Coffee House does not exist anymore. They don't even have it anymore.
Okay.
But I can't let go of the fact that I loved The Coffee House. And if it ever comes back, I might get an email about it and I'll need to know.
So does everybody understand now why you had all that shit in a box from all your offices?
I know. And that's the story of Empathy Problems. Number 1, I did not cancel the SiriusXM email. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll delete it like I always do, but I couldn't bring myself to unsubscribe. There we're at. That's today's empathy problem. Yep. If you have anything to add to the list, please contact us on the contact us page. But every episode, we're going to talk about an empathy problem.
Okay. That you have.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for being with us today.
I loved that.
Me too. Isn't empathy amazing?
Well, we're amazing. I don't know about all this empathy stuff.
That's fine. I accept you wherever you are.
Oh, God.
I love you.
I love you too.
And if you love us, please like and subscribe to More Love, the Power of Empathy podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
See you next time.